Talk to the chains and tell them just break, break, break. As a matter of fact, just decree no more shackles, no more chains. Come on, this requires an open mouth. No more shackles, no more chains. Everything that had you bound, I decree that by the name of Jesus, it's got to let you go. God bless you. It's time for the word of the Lord. Have a great distance to go, but a short time to get there. Again, God bless all of you, the Father's children. Blessings and peace be upon you. Let's get to the word of the Lord. Right before we get there, go to the book of Luke, the gospel according to the book of Luke. And I have been charged to share from this chapter, verse 5, or rather chapter 5, and just hold verse 1. I want to take a moment to thank God for all of the birthdays for the month of March. I've got to do this. If you were born in March, just make some noise. Oh yeah, praise God. I'm not making no noise, but I got the mic and you can hear me. I didn't do this last week, but I want to take a moment to appreciate you all for all of your contributions of love. Several of you sowed into our life, and I don't take that lightly. I appreciate you all for what you've done. You didn't have to do anything, but I thank you for what you've done. Amen. And I love you all for it. Big hugs to everybody. I want to get to the word of the Lord. Let's go very quickly. Amen. Luke chapter 5. You got it? I'm ready to preach. Verse 1. And I will read it, considering that there's so many various yieldings. Translation. And it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret, verse 2, and saw two ships standing by the lake. But the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. Verse 3. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's. Most of us know him as Peter. And prayed him that he should push out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Verse 4. Now when they had left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch out into the deep and let down your nets, plural, for drought. And Simon answering him said unto him, Master, we've toiled all night and we've taken nothing in. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down, listen, the net. When he had done this, they enclosed a great multitude. Glory. And when he had done this, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. And he beckoned unto other partners which were there in other ships that they should come and help him. They came and filled both ships so that they began to sink. I want you to pay close attention as we extrapolate the subject matter, or we pull the subject matter from out of this verse. Verse 5, and Simon answering said unto him, Master, we've toiled all night, and we have nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. I'm going to minister. We are now in the month of March. We are in a series entitled Spring Cleaning, Clean Up the Clutter. First Sunday, we dealt with the cleaning up our vision. Last Sunday, we dealt with the cleaning up our conviction. And this Sunday, we're going to deal with cleaning up the spirit of failure. I'm going to minister from a subject matter which you repeated, it can't end like this. Just look at somebody. I know mom taught you don't point, but just point at them for the sake of preaching. Just tell somebody it can't end. Not like this right here. Y'all ain't helping me. Look at somebody else and say it cannot end. As a matter of fact, let's get our prophetic aura on. Tell somebody it won't end. This is not proper English, but say it ain't gonna end. Help us, God, and give us the anointing that it takes to get this done. In Jesus' name, amen. Be seated. Simon, please allow me to move very hurriedly to the word of the Lord. I don't have time to skip through the tulips. I must get to the meat of the word of the Lord. Simon, son of John, the question was asked, do you love me? Peter was grieved, sitting on the beach after breakfast because Jesus was very precious in the eyes of Peter. Don't go to sleep on me, I'm just getting at the door. Peter had already wholeheartedly answered, yes, I love you. He answered him twice. Jesus knew that Peter would come to the place of the third time denying Jesus Christ. He already knew that there would be a denial on Peter's part. With these questions, the Lord was putting his finger on a very tender wound in Peter's heart. Peter's first failure occurred on the night when Jesus was tried. Most of you all prayerfully, you've heard of the story. In the night of the Lord's greatest anguish, Peter denied even knowing him. The sin shook Peter to the core. Walking slow, but I guarantee I'm not walking backwards. Jesus had already told him that he would do it. But there was a need, there was a call, there was a purpose on the life of Peter. A purpose that moved beyond his inadequacies. A purpose that preceded his birth. Beloved, please understand that the enemy is after your cause. The reason God has you where he has you is because there is a cause on your life. It is often that we think about the call, but the call occurs as a byproduct of the cause. Jesus saved you because he has something for you to do. He gave you the life that you have because he has something, it's going to be a heavy word, for you to do. The reason why you are yet here is because God has an assignment. Would you just repeat that after me? God has an assignment. God has an assignment. Peter had no idea that he would come to the place of failing God. We often speak in terms of people who have failed in various capacities of life, but there, in my opinion, there is no failure like when you do something that you know God don't want you to do. Nobody want to talk about it, but you know that you've done some things, and some of you just a few hours ago before you woke up, clean yourself up. Oh gosh. A little too early for that, but you know that you had to clean yourself up. Try to pray a quick quoted prayer that you read in somebody's book to try to get your mind in place so that you can get to the house. I didn't talk to nobody before I came. Just been with the Lord. You got yourself cleaned up, clean your clothes out, put the clothes you had on last night when you were with who you were with last night. You put that stuff away. Come on. You left your mattress. But if your mattress could tell the story, it would tell you how many relationships moving on. We fail God, and shame comes as a result of our failure. Come on, talk to me now. I said shame comes as a result of our failure. Shame over our past failures. Shame over sins that haunt us and inhibit us in many ways. Please understand that the enemy knows that there is something that God has for you to do. Therefore, he tries to pull your sin of yesterday and your sin of yesterday and your shame of yesterday. He tries to pull that into your day. Why? Because he understands that there is a threat on your life. There is something. Watch this. There's something that the enemy does not want you to get. And he understands that if he can always wave the flag of your failure over your life, watch this, you will always live a stressed out life. You'll always be tense. Why? Because you know what God wants you to do, but you know what you did. Come on. I don't care who you are. You know your dirt. Come on, talk to me. I need real grown folk talking to me. You know your dirt. You know your sin. Come on. And you know that truthfully God is too God, watch this, to use a dirty person like me. God understands who you are, and he knew who you were before you were ever formed in the womb of your mom. So then, please take rest, and I'm not trying to make you feel better about what you did. Don't judge you for what you did. Why? Because I'm number one, I'm no judge. All right, I think the whole church needs to get a little lesson on judgment, because as soon as we find something, I know I ain't gonna get nobody to help me, Alicia, but sometimes we want to get to that place where we start judging other people and looking at their sin. Come on, but the day you start looking at my sin is the day when you ought not have no sin at all. If you spend 24 hours of the day, come on, no, let's break it down. That's too big for some of y'all. If you spend 12 hours of your day minding your business and 12 other hours of the day keeping your nose out of everybody else's, you won't have time to focus on nobody's dirt but your own. I don't know about you, but I got a lot of stuff that I need God to fix. Therefore, I don't have time to look at what you got going on. I know I ain't gonna help nobody, but I don't have time to focus on what you got going on. Why? Because at any given moment, if the grace of God don't keep me, tell who you want to tell, write an endorsed letter, send it certified. But if God don't keep this flesh, I don't care who you think you are, if God don't keep this flesh under subjection, I'm prone to go off any minute. Y'all ain't liking my preaching here, but if I watch it, if I stay in the will of God, it's going to be tough. I'm going to have some times when I don't dot my I's and cross my T's. Watch it, but as long as I stay in a place where my heart is bent towards God, I might not always make the mouth according to folk, but as long as he looks at my heart, when he looks at my heart and he sees that I'm trying to do what I can do, come on, to make sure that he's pleased with my life, as long I'm not talking to nobody, I know I'm not Felicia, but when I really put myself on the scale and God sees my desires, he sees my passions, but he knows what my struggle is. Watch this, when I lay myself before the Lord and say, Lord, I can't do it by myself, I'm weak on my own. That's a problem in the church, because everybody want to act like they're strong, but you better learn how to get weak before God. You better learn how to break yourself down before God, because if you don't break yourself down, he'll order a prescription of someone to beat you and knock you right off of your high horse. Look down your row and say, it is when we are weak that we are. So in my weakness, the strength of God is made. The strength of God is made perfect. The strength of God is made perfect. Please hear me clearly. Because the problem that I see in the modern day church, bro, is that we are dealing with failure. We are dealing, hear me here, we are dealing and we are living so that our future becomes our fatality. You got to get this thing right. You cannot allow your future to become of you can't get past what you did. I've come to rebuke every devil that brings that mess up into your mind. Why? Because you cannot allow what you've done to dictate what God is doing. Hear me. I'm going to say it again, because some of y'all came on the slow bus. You cannot allow what you did to dictate what God is doing. God said, I've got things for you. I know you lost your underwear, but I got things for you. Come on. Let's go. Keep your legs closed. Come on, brothers. Keep your zipper. I'm going to give you some power. You better hear me here. I'm going to give you some power. Why? Because you cannot allow what your mama and your grandmama dealt with. I don't know who this is for, but God said he's going to deliver you from your daddy's demons. I feel the Holy Spirit. He's going to deliver you. You call it generational curses, but God said, I'm going to take that thing, flip it around and turn it so that it works out for you. Did you read the Bible where he says all things work together for the good? Lord, I need some people to connect with. For them that love God and those who are the called according to his purpose. Would you just look down your row and say, there's a purpose on your life? Tell somebody else, there is a purpose on your life. And because there is a purpose, God says today he has to reverse the curse. So what was once working to curse you is going to become a testimony to bless you. I don't know who this is for, but you better get it, because some of you, this thing has been beating you down like a junkyard dog. But he says the strength of God. I know you have some things that you're not proud of, but the strength of God is going to be on you, and it's going to be in you. Peter, Lord, I'm trying to get there. Peter came through the place where he realized that his failure could no longer define him. Tweet that out. Get it out. Please help me. Just send it out. Tell somebody your failure cannot define you. It cannot define you. It cannot define you. It is not the will of God for you to live like this. Please hear me very clearly. There are horrible failures. Feel terrible. They feel horrible. But God said, what I desire to do through your failure is show you that they are humbling stumbles along the pathway as you follow God, who paid for all of your failures in full. I feel that. I think that's going to help some of y'all get to the place where you need to go. You got a receipt for every failure that you've ever had. I know this ain't getting some of y'all, it's going to be hard to get you there, but it's all right. I promise you, I'm going to drag you if I have to. Look at somebody and say, this is not how it's going to end. It cannot end like this. Jesus specializes in transforming failures into rocks of strength for those who are in him. It is often that he, in brokenness, seeks to get our attention. He seeks to get our attention. I promise we're going to get there in just a moment, but let me just stop here. And I want to know how many of you in this room, you've had great successes. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Come on. Great successes. Great successes. What about the business owners? You aspire to own a business. Come on. Entrepreneurs, raise your hand. Come on. If you desire to own a business, if you've already got your own business, raise your hand. Please note that success will always carry a noise. Oh God, I'm trying to get this out. I'm trying to get it out. Just jot that down. If you're taking notes, write that. Success will always carry a noise. Success will always carry a noise. But you can't allow your success to dull your ear to the voice of God. What does that mean? Sometimes you can be so successful until your sensitivity towards God is thrown off. And so God has to pull the rug from up under you to get you sensitive again. God help me. I've discovered that sometimes God will get his best yes when we are on empty. I know I'm not helping nobody yet, but when you really get down to your lowest, it becomes easier to pray. It becomes easier for you to break yourself down. Why? Because what you once relied on is no longer there as a crutch. So sometimes God will kick the crutch from up under you just so that you can fall back down. Come on. Why? Because sometimes the only time that you really get down on your knees is when you're knocked down. God, please get me here. Please hear me. As conflicting and as confusing as it may seem, God will sometimes allow emptiness to hit my life so that I can be conformed and that I can be brought in to a greater moment, a greater purpose, a greater call. I believe that God desires to give this word over the people who decide to do better than what you did. Lord, I ain't in the right church. Maybe I ought to go down to the Catholic church down the road. Tell them they don't have to pray to the priest anymore. God's got something better for you than the priest. Let's go hear your prayer. Come on. Look at somebody and say, God desires. I'm going to try to get it out to you as best I can. God desires that you do better than what you did. Who can understand our God? He is all-knowing. He is all-powerful. He's such a God that even when life goes wrong, he has the power to make it right. 12:01, I feel strength coming on me. Even if life doesn't pan out the way we think it should, he said, I've got the power to make it all right. Somebody say, all right. By the time the dust settles, then you're able to say, I know where I am, and I know who I am. I know whose I am. Have you ever been there when God, watch this, allowed the right kind of trouble to hit your life? When you didn't even know what foot you had going first. Come on. You didn't even know where you were. You were simply existing, but not really living. God said, for those people, you need to know that I am always with you. And I didn't just say it for it to be pages on a book. He says, lo, I am with you even until the end of the world. When I got to the place where when I really began to understand the scripture, I did not start studying, I did not start studying Minister Sam because I wanted to be the best preacher. I did not start studying the word of God because I wanted to be the best teacher or have the biggest church. No, I started studying the word of God because my life seemingly was going out of control. Watch this, you're going to hear me. This is something that all of y'all need to take with you, because sometimes we only read but we don't study, and we wonder why when the pressure of life comes on us we don't have nothing to give. The reason why you don't have nothing to give is because all you've done is you've read and you didn't make a real deposit. And the book says study, don't read. Study to show yourself approved unto God. Come on, y'all read your job manuals and job descriptions more than you read the book, more than you read the Bible, and you wonder why you can't stand. He said, study to show yourself approved unto God. A workman needeth not be ashamed, but rightly divide the word of truth. God help me to preach this day. I'm not getting so far, but I studied not to perfect a ministry. I studied to try to get a grip on life, and it is through that I learned how to apply the word of God to my life. Don't get me wrong, I don't care how long I've been preaching. God has afforded me to be preaching for quite a long time, but I never stopped studying the word of God. Why, Brother Larry? Because I gotta keep living, and the only way that I can keep living is I gotta keep learning. Look at somebody and say, don't you ever stop learning. I'm moving. I was drowning. I was deeply in despair. I needed to find a lifeline, a reason to keep living. I had great deals. I couldn't deal with anxiety, fears, loneliness. Watch this. Disappointment, harbored hatred, self-inflicted burdens. I started reading the Bible because I desired, watch this, I desired to get a real trust. Come on. Get some real friends. Come on. And I found out that when I started reading the book, listening to what he said that and behold, what a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. I ain't helping y'all. It was, watch this, I dumped myself into the Word of God to find cisterns of living water. You better understand, if you're dealing with failure, failure cannot stay when there's a force of water trying to get out. Open your mouth. Watch this. Watch this. Get it, get it. The book says, according to John 7:37, he that believeth on me, I'm trying to get it to you, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly will flow rivers of living water. So then the reason again that I needed to study the word is because I had something blocking my flow. And God said, if you get in me, I'll push whatever's in you out. You better hear what I'm saying. Open your mouth and say, flow, river, flow. God is the only one, listen to me, God is the only one that knows how to give you therapy. Greater than the psychologist, greater than the psychiatrist. He's the only one that is able to give you calmness at the rapid tauntings of the enemy. He's the only one that will speak a word in your now that will go and seal what was and finance what will be. Trying to get it out. Open your mouth and say, God's word is solid. God's word is true. Say it with me. God's word is all I need. Say that. God's word is all I need. It will secure your today and anchor your tomorrow. Please understand that God is absolutely awesome. One of the things that really excite me about God is that he is auspicious. He's in absolute control and has absolute power. So even though life might seem as if though it dealt you a bad hand, he'll give you a strategy. Get it? He'll give you a strategy on how to still win with the losing hand. I'm going to get this out before y'all get upset with me. God will show you how to win even though all of the odds are stacked against you. He said it again. He said, before I formed you in the womb of your mom, I already foreknew you, my mother and my father. Before they took their first look, God knew me. God chose me. He anointed me. He monitored my mother's pregnancy to make sure that I was not a stillbirth. Get it? I'm trying to get it out to you. He knew who I was. He formed me, which speaks of my future. He said that I already knew you. Which speaks and says that nothing that you deal with in your life surprises me, because I already knew you. I don't know, no, y'all missing it. He already knew. That means that he is a past tense. Everything that happens in your life right now has already happened. Oh, and God has already calculated. Get it? That's why he said the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. Please note that there are no surprises to God. God knows everything that's going to happen. He already took note of it. Please get this. He says, I know your thoughts while they are afar off. He knows where we're going, and he knows that he has ordained us. Lift your hands, both of them, and say, God, thank you for ordaining me. You think in terms of ordination when they put a cord around your neck and a collar around your neck, or they put you on a special robe. That's what, no, that's not what ordination really is. Now, when God speaks and says, I ordain you, it means that he already put you in the place where he desired for your purpose to be perfected. Look at somebody and say, God ordained me. Don't worry about it. I don't care who overlooks you. God ordained you. That's why you could not be a stillbirth. That's why God ordained you. You could not be a terminated pregnancy and aborted baby. You couldn't die a crib death. God ordained you, and he sanctified you while your hands were still webbed in the womb of your mom. God already set you apart when you were there just bleeping on a mountain before they determined what your gender was. moments before your mom began having morning sicknesses during the first trimester, God already ordained you. Before, watch this, God ordained you. God ordained you. Open your mouth and say that He ordained me. He set me apart, which speaks that He has marked me. And when God marks you, that means that you are destined for something greater. You are destined for something greater. I gotta get it because you got a lot of things in the area of failure that needs to be moved off the palate of your taste because your appetite feeds off of failure. And God said, what I gotta do is I've gotta give you a spiritual detox. Because what's on your tongue is altering what's in your spirit. He said, I breathed into Adam. I breathed into you. And you became a living soul. I need to pray, church, because we are about to go somewhere. And the power of God is about to bust this church wide open. God said, you are an arrow that was sent from my bow. You are a stone in motion. Let me get it out to him, God. You are from the heavenlies, sent into the earth realm. You are a marked woman, a marked boy, a marked girl. You are a marked man. There is an agenda for your life. God, help me get it. Look somebody down the road and say, God paid a price for you. I gotta drive this and we're just about to preach it. He said your fingerprint is distinctively and definitively different. Nobody else has what you have. I don't care if you don't have any hair on your head. Every hair on your head is numbered. That means He knows where the hair should be, even if it's not there, because there's a designated number for it. He is God. Lord, they're not liking this word. God said, tell everybody in here that they are special to me, and the enemy is terrified. He sets traps and he sets bondage and puts distractions before them to throw their purpose off. He said, but don't waste time being terrified of the enemy. Why? Because the enemy is really terrified of you. He's terrified of people that finally understand their place in God. And that is why I am here. There is for you, the greater your struggles, there is the greater a call. Please get me here. The enemy doesn't mind how long you walk through life, as long as you never lived through life. He doesn't mind watching. He doesn't mind you thinking that you have the power to win. Doctors still can't figure out right now why the human body dies. Why? Because God is meant for every individual to live. Live through what? Live through every failure. Get it? Live through every downtrodden. Live through every spirit of anguish, mental anguish and mental abuse. Some of you right now, I want to call the roll for things that you've dealt with in your life. You would be able to attest and testify that it has been a tough journey. But God said, in spite of how tough your journey is and how much life has pulled out of you, He desires to give you a fresh deposit so that you're able to live tomorrow better than you live today. Get it here. God wants you to understand that you are important. You are important. Why? Why am I important? Because He put His word over my life. He put His word over my life, and the enemy is really after the word that God has put over you. That's why he won't leave your children alone. That's why he won't allow people, oh God, gotta be careful of how I say it. You gotta get this. That's why he always allows people to try to put their mouth on you. The reason why is because he wants to pull you to the point that you are distracted by what the enemy is throwing and not what God is saying. Get it here. If you really want to know what's going on, there's a destiny inside of you. There's a purpose that's calling you. Destiny is pulling you through your tests and trials and traumas. If we take and consider, I've got to move this bus now. I think we've done a fairly decent job of laying the foundation. Let's build on it right now. Jesus comes down to the sea near the lake of Gennesaret. Gennesaret, and he comes down for kingdom business. He's heading to minister and expound on the word of God. From the text, of course, in which we read, there's some men who are on the seashore washing their nets. It's a normal sight to see, but when you pay close attention, the lake of Gennesaret in study, it meant the lake of fruitfulness. The men are washing their nets, and Jesus sees the countenance of the men. He says, well, you're washing your nets. Surely you have caught something. But the text gives us to know that the men said, specifically Peter, I'm washing my net, but I'm washing my net because I have not caught anything. The question becomes, what do you do when you work real hard? Lord help, and you don't have anything to show for the work that you've done. Lord help. As I look and pan the audience, I see various people who have been in certain relationships that you worked hard to keep together. And if you look back on the record, Lord help me, I don't mean to mess with nobody, but if you look back on the record, you don't have really nothing to show except for the kid. Oh, Lord, I'm getting in trouble here. You don't really have much to show from what you did. You got a few 15-minute moments that you can recall. But truth be told, you don't have nothing more than just a few moments of pleasure to equate for what you've been through. And if the truth be told, it was all right while it lasted, but now that it's over, some of you are doing better by you. I ain't helping nobody. There seems to be in this moment that these men, they're washing their nets and they're mending their nets. I promise you, we're going to take this thing on home here. The problem with this, Brother Trey, is that Gennesaret was a late study in the text. It meant God. It meant the lake of gardening fish, which means that there were tons of fish that was in the water, but none of the fish got in the net. Hear me? I'm going to say it again because some of y'all got distracted. They were in a lake, and the lake was stocked with fish. The men threw their net looking to pull something in, but they were not able to get anything. The question becomes, what do you do when you're doing the right thing and the right thing gives you the wrong result? The right thing gives you the wrong results. You tried to stay faithful and committed, and yet they cheated on you, Lord. You tried to do what you ought to do. Come on, talk to me. You tried to do what you were supposed to do. I didn't say you were perfect. I said you tried. You tried to do what was right, but still you got failure as an end result. God said, take that spirit of failure off of you, because that is not your concluding point. It is just the tool that God is going to use to get you across. Tell your neighbor and slap them into next week and say, neighbor, oh, that ain't the right one. Find another one. Tell them, say, neighbor, the God I serve has the power to see my failure, but yet use it and work it out for my good. You don't stop talking to that neighbor. Find another neighbor and say, neighbor, God has the power to take that failure and use it to finance your future. Ooh, I feel God wants to hold on to you. Stay at the exit. I'm coming. God says, tell the people what you are doing in your life. And what the enemy has sought to do is take couples who sip tea and drink coffee in the morning and start in conversation. They're washing their nets because it seems like life has dealt them a bad hand. He says, please don't do it. Don't quit yet. When you're washing your net, listen to me good. When you're washing your net, and it simply means that you quit, you resign, and you give up. I am convinced that when we wash our net, it symbolizes that things are not going to get better. It's not an action, hear me. It's not a discriminative action for a certain group. There's several people in this room that have wealthy lives, but they're washing their net. They have successful businesses, but they're washing their net. And God sent me here to tell you that your net, you might be washing it, trying to put it all back together. He said, but this time you will fix it. But it's not going to be through your own strength. It's going to be through the strength of God. Lean on your neighbor and say, neighbor, oh, neighbor, it cannot end like this. Get out of your seat and get a few steps in and go find somebody that you don't know. You ain't got to touch them, but just tell them, I refuse to let my life end like this. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Go talk to that neighbor and shake them real good in the Spirit of God and say, neighbor, I've had some tough nights. I've had some tears and I cried. But God wants to clean up that spirit that's trying to pollute my life and contaminate my future. The devil is a liar. So you won't have my mind. The devil is a liar. So you won't have my education. The devil is a liar. I refuse to quit. There's something inside of me that keeps me coming back for more. I can't tell you what it is on my own, but one thing I know is that God, I feel you here. God is a spirit, and they that worship him go worship him in spirit and in truth. Tell somebody, neighbor. Oh yeah, neighbor. It's the Spirit of God that keeps me together when things around me are falling apart. It's the Spirit of God that keeps my life on track when things are chaotic around me. It's the Spirit of God that understands that when I want to do good, evil is always present. It's the Spirit of God that keeps me holding on when I want to let go. It's the Spirit of God that keeps me praying right after I got done cursing, that won't let me do what I want to do. It's the Spirit. Ooh, it's the Spirit of God that won't let me hold my peace. I try to keep my mouth closed, but something keep crying out for more of God. So even in your failure will not be your final. Open your mouth and say, God, don't let me die in the failure, but pull me through it. Pull me out. Tell your neighbor, I'm running after Jesus with everything that I have. Just as I was weary, wounded and sad, but I found in him a resting place. When the flesh would rest, God rested me, and he's made me glad. Go one more time to a neighbor and say, neighbor. Tell him, say, neighbor, I tried to do what I wanted to do, but it failed on me. It did not work. There is a call on your life. There is all. I want to give up, but I can't give up. I want to quit, but I can't quit. There is something that is in me. God said we want to give up to the struggle. We want to succumb to the circumstance. We begin washing our nets. But God sent me after a spirit, and it is the spirit of failure. I'm I'm sure the spirit of failure sounds very negative, but I need you to hear me. These men have been spending all night, and the morning has come. Y'all told me that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. The question becomes, what do you do when you worked all night long and the morning finally comes? Yeah, and you don't get what you were hoping for. Tell your neighbor, I worked all night long. I was a night season worker, worked a graveyard shift, but God said just because it's dark doesn't mean that morning has not arrived. Open your mouth and really say it like you know it. Weeping may, weeping may, give me that, may endure for a night. Joy comes in the morning. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I came to tell you that it's morning time. Tell that neighbor, shake on. Lord, I gotta try to get this out in 5 minutes. Can I get a 5-minute extension? Tell your neighbor, sir, God sent me here to let you know that you've been wrestling, trying to repair something. He said, don't worry about trying to exhaust no more energy, trying to fix what's permanently broken. If it's broken, don't try to fix it. Tell your